From dizzying heights to heart-stopping drops, the world is home to some of the most terrifying bridges ever built. But which ones top the list is the scariest of them all? Buckle up, because these bridges will make your palms sweat. And just wait for the glass bridge. Would you dare step onto it? Or is that a step too far? Stay tuned to find out. Number 8. Siduhe Bridge, China. Starting off with a bridge that's guaranteed to make your palms sweat just by looking at it. The Siduhe Bridge, nestled in the mountains of Hubei province, is a suspension marvel that's hard to put into words. You really have to see it to believe it. Spanning an incredible 4,000 feet or 1,200 meters, this bridge is so long you could lay the Eiffel Tower sideways almost 5 times, and it still wouldn't cover the distance. Its massive suspension cables stretch like giant spider webs across a canyon that plunges 1,600 feet below, taller than most skyscrapers. Opened in 2009, the Siduhe Bridge is a lifeline for remote mountain communities, but crossing it? That's a whole nother story. See, it's not scary because it's unsafe. The engineering is rock solid. It's the scale that gets you. Imagine driving across, surrounded by fog so dense, it feels like you're floating in the clouds. Add strong canyon winds, and suddenly, your shortcut feels more like a dare. Look down, and you'll see a yawning void that could make even the bravest question their choices. It's a stunning example of human ingenuity, but also a test of nerve. And if you think this is terrifying, buckle up. The next bridge on our list takes things even higher. Number 7. The Akashi Kaikyo Bridge. If you thought the Siduhe Bridge was nerve-wracking, here's a bridge that'll make your heart race just thinking about it. Let me introduce the Akashi Kaikyo Bridge in Japan, a suspension giant that's as breathtaking as it is worrying. Spanning a mind-blowing 12,800 feet or 3,900 meters, this bridge is so long you could line up 7 Empire State Buildings end to end, and it still wouldn't match its length. Now that's already impressive, but this bridge also stretches across the Akashi Strait, a notoriously rough patch of sea, connecting Kobe to Ohashi Island. Opened in 1998, it's a masterpiece of scenic engineering designed to withstand typhoons, 180-mile-per-hour winds, and even earthquakes. Yep, that's right. It's not enough that you're driving over a massive water body. There's also the likelihood of an earthquake. In fact, during construction, the 1995 Kobe earthquake shifted the foundations, and engineers had to adjust the design by 3 feet. Talk about stress under pressure. But besides all this, what makes the bridge truly terrifying? Well, you can rest easy because it's not the build. That's actually rock solid. It's the sheer scale and exposure. Many drivers have claimed that driving across feels like flying over open water, with nothing but the wind howling around you. And when it's typhoon season, forget it. The gusts and ocean spray make crossing feel like tempting fate. You know the crazy thing? Somehow, there are scarier bridges than the literal sea bridge, 4 times the size of the Vatican, that tease the idea of an earthquake, and our next bridge takes the cake. Quick pause. If you're loving this thrill ride through the world's scariest bridges, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the crew. Over 97% of our viewers haven't subscribed yet. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks so much for the support. It means the world to us. Now, let's get back to it. Number 6. The Eshima Ohashi Bridge in Japan. When it comes to bridges that tempt fate, Japan probably takes the cake. After all, they have this. Known to many as a roller coaster masquerading as a bridge, this massive concrete wonder connects the cities of Matsue and Sakai Minato. At 1.7 kilometers long, it's not the longest bridge out there, but what makes it a jaw-dropper is its insane gradient. I mean, look at it. From the right angle, this bridge looks like it's almost vertical, like something out of a car stunt movie. The incline is 6.1% on one side and 5.1% on the other, which might not sound terrifying until you're driving up, gripping the steering wheel and praying your car doesn't start rolling backward. But why even make something like this? Well, the bridge's design had to be steep because it allows large ships to pass underneath, a compromise that turned a bridge into a thrill ride. Now, why is this bridge truly scary? Well, besides the obvious, just imagine hitting this slope in the rain or snow. The smooth surface could easily turn into a slip and slide. And while accidents are rare thanks to Japan's incredible road safety standards, your mind doesn't know that, especially when your car's front bumper is suddenly aimed at the sky. They call it the roller coaster bridge for a reason, and it lives up to the hype. Number 5. Yavuz Sultan Selim Bridge in Turkey. Looking to have an existential crisis as you drive around? Well, then this is the bridge that you've been looking for. Resembling something straight out of an engineering sci-fi novel, this bridge stretches over the Bosphorus Strait in Istanbul. It's about 1.5 kilometers or 0.87 miles long, but it's not just the length that's impressive. No, it's this. Standing at about 1,056 feet tall, these towers are taller than the Eiffel Tower without its spire. Now, as for the bridge, it's a hybrid suspension bridge, blending traditional suspension with cable-stayed technology, which is like combining a supercar with a tank. Sleek, but incredibly strong. But why go through that much effort? Well, that's because it's designed to handle 8 lanes of traffic and 2 railway tracks while enduring powerful winds, seismic activity, and the never-ending rush of ships below. It's one of the widest bridges in the world, and it connects Europe to Asia. But here's where it gets unnerving. Just imagine driving on this behemoth during a storm. For some people, this situation is anything but make-believe. See, the Bosphorus is notorious for wild winds and thick fog, so the bridge sometimes feels like it's disappearing into the mist. In fact, in 2016 during construction, a tragic crane accident showed the world just how dangerous building such a colossal structure can be. But be rest assured, the bridge is secured. The next one, however, well, no spoilers. Keep watching to find out. Number 4. Royal Gorge Bridge in the USA. So far, we've driven on air, over the sea, and of course towards the sky. Now it's time to cross a literal canyon. And for that, we have to go all the way to the good old USA. Meet the Royal Gorge Bridge, a stunning engineering feat dangling over a canyon in Colorado. Now, this isn't just any bridge. It's a suspension masterpiece that's been daring visitors since 1929. Stretching over 1,200 feet across, it might not sound like much in terms of length, but don't be fooled. What makes it jaw-dropping is what lies beneath. The bridge hangs a stomach-churning 956 feet or 290 meters above the roaring Arkansas River. To put that into perspective, it's taller than 3 statues of Liberty stacked on top of each other. So, I don't even need to tell you that walking or driving across feels like tiptoeing over the Grand Canyon, with nothing but a wooden plank road and some steel cables between you and a massive abyss. But it gets worse. The Royal Gorge Bridge is built for thrill seekers, and because of this, its wooden deck planks creak ever so slightly as you cross, adding an extra shot of adrenaline. Though it's built solid, strong canyon winds can make it feel like the bridge is swaying, and if you dare to peek through the gaps in the planks, you'll see a dizzying drop straight to the canyon floor. There was even a scary moment in 2013 when a wildfire swept through, destroying much of the surrounding park, and somehow the bridge survived, terrifying many others to come. Number 3. Millau Viaduct in France. Moving from the Wild West to sci-fi once again, the Millau Viaduct in southern France isn't just a bridge, it's a jaw-dropping masterpiece of engineering that seems to float above the clouds. Stretching an incredible 8,000 feet, this cable-stayed viaduct is so long you could fit 7 Titanic ships end to end and still have room to spare. But what really makes it legendary is its height. At its tallest point, the viaduct towers 1,100 feet or 343 meters above the Tarn Valley. That's taller than the Statue of Liberty stacked on top of Big Ben. Opened in 2004, it connects Paris to the Mediterranean, saving drivers from winding mountain detours. But let's talk about why it's scary. For starters, driving across feels like soaring in an airplane. On foggy days, the bridge pierces through the clouds, making it seem like you're suspended in the sky. Add some strong valley winds, and suddenly, you're clutching the steering wheel for dear life. Luckily, there haven't been major incidents, thanks to its flawless engineering. But just one look down can send chills up your spine. It's stunning, sure, but crossing it? That's up to you. Number 2. Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge in China. If you said, "Don't look down," then you're definitely not ready for this bridge. Meet the Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge in China, a jaw-dropping, spine-chilling mega-project that redefines what's possible in architecture. Spanning an incredible 984 feet or 300 meters across the Zhangjiajie Grand Canyon, this glass-bottomed walkway is so long you could fit 3 London double-decker buses side by side and still have extra space. Suspended 1,100 feet or 342 meters above the canyon floor, walking on this bridge is like floating on air. The ground disappears beneath you into a vast, dizzying abyss that can leave even the bravest adventurers gripping the rails. Opened in 2016, this engineering marvel, designed by Israeli architect Haim Dotan, features 99 transparent glass panels made of 3 layers of reinforced glass. Each panel can support up to 820 pounds and withstand the weight of 800 people at once. The bridge's steel beams and suspension cables are anchored deep into the canyon walls, giving it an elegant, gravity-defying floating look. Before opening, it underwent rigorous tests, sledgehammers, heavy vehicles, and wind-resistant checks. It even boasts seismic-proof features to handle the canyon's wild weather. While no major incidents have occurred, the heart-pounding experience of walking above such a vast void can make anyone question their courage. And if you think this is intense, brace yourself. The next one is even more terrifying. Number 1. Russky Bridge in Russia. If you're afraid of heights, this one's going to test your limits. Spanning a jaw-dropping 10,200 feet or 3,100 meters, this cable-stayed wonder connects Vladivostok to Russky Island. Its main span alone stretches 3,600 feet, making it the longest cable-stayed bridge in the world. To put that into perspective, the main span is so long you could lay 10 football fields end to end and still not match its length. Oh, and its towers? They rise an astonishing 1,000 feet, nearly as tall as the Chrysler Building in New York. Opened in 2012, the Russky Bridge was built to showcase Russian engineering prowess during the APEC summit. But what makes it truly scary is the fact that it was built in a region notorious for extreme weather. Think gale force winds, icy storms, and fog so thick you can barely see the car in front of you. Essentially driving across can feel like navigating through a scene from an apocalyptic thriller. While its construction is rock solid, the bridge's isolation, height, and exposure to nature's fury make it a white-knuckle experience for even seasoned drivers. Honestly, look at it. So which of these terrifying bridges would you dare to cross? Is it the fog-covered Siduhe Bridge? Or does the dizzying Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge send chills down your spine? Let us know in the comments below. We want to hear about your favorites or fears. If you're a fan of jaw-dropping megastructures and engineering marvels, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss our next deep dive into record-breaking builds from around the world. And if you haven't seen our full breakdown of the Millau Viaduct, click the video on your screen to check it out. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.